I will explain you again from scratch how to integrate Chainlit and Langflow, correcting the errors that happened during last class, that some were very silly, others were really due to the libraries. Okay, let's start. First thing, I will start from scratch. I will create a new folder here in Visual Studio Code. Um, I will go to Document, and with you, classes. Okay, 2025. I will create a new folder and we'll call it, let's see, Chainlit Video. Okay, select the folder. I have something empty. Yes, I trust the authors. First thing, remember that some of you, Chainlit was not able to run, complaining that you didn't have on start and on message when you saw it in the screen. Actually, it was because you didn't save the file. Well, I didn't tell you how to save the file, but to avoid that issue, click on autosave. Make sure that your Visual Studio Code has activated autosave. In that way, whatever you write is saved at the same moment. If not, you can write, you will see it, but the compiler will not see it because the file is not safe. Okay. Let's create a first file that's called app.py. Second thing, we need to create a virtual environment. And it's important that this virtual environment runs in 3.12, not in 3.3. So just click here. It will tell you create a virtual environment. We create a new virtual environment. But be sure that here you have the choice for 3.12. If your machine do not have the option for 3.12, what you need to do, you need to install it. What you do, you go to Google. You go to Google. You go to, you search for Python 3.12. You see Python release Python 3.12. And go and download the version for Windows, the 64 bits, or for Mac. Install it, close Visual Studio, open Visual Studio again, go to your file again, click here, create virtual environment, VMV, and select 3.12. Okay? Okay, it's creating 3.12, it's creating the virtual environment. If you have opened the terminal, close it and open it again. If you're in Mac, you will see the VMV. You see, it's ready. Just for good measure, I will open it again. I don't know if it took the changes in my machine. Okay, so right now we will start from scratch. We will install both Chainlit and Langflow. So how we do to install? Remember pip install uv. Okay, then uv pip install Chainlit. Okay, and uv pip install Langflow. Yeah, take a while, but it will install everything that is needed. So at this moment, you have installed both Chainlit and Langflow in your machine. If for any reason you receive an error, contact me. We need to look in your machine. Yeah, every machine is different and really need to be troubleshoot if you are not, if you get an error in the installation. Okay, next step. Next step is making Langflow runs. So let's go Langflow run. Yeah, you see this. Let's wait for it to happen. Again, if you receive an error, it doesn't run, let me know. Bring your machine to my office, or we can have a Zoom meeting where I will try to troubleshoot your machine. Okay, so I go to, yeah, if something happens, don't worry. Just mean that it will, yeah, takes a while. Let's check it. Yeah. Sometimes it takes a while for Langflow to really start. Okay, it's an empty Langflow. It will not have anything because remember, this is a different installation from the one that you maybe have. I will create a very simple flow. So basic prompting, the more basic, I will remove this. I will add the full code. Yeah, I need to get my my key. Let's create a new, add new variable. Have your key at hand because we will use it again. Yeah. Google key. Okay, save variable. Okay. Okay, input goes into input, prompt goes into system prompt, message into message. It's just an example of a flow. Once you have this, let's check if it works. I will just send hello. And if everything is okay, I will receive. Just checking that the flow is running. And let's wait. Yeah, okay, we got the answer back from the system. So this flow is working. What we do is to save. We export. Don't select save APIs. We will see that it doesn't work if we do it. So we will just export the JSON. Yeah, this basic prompt in that JSON, one in this case, one JSON. And what I will do is to copy this into my Visual Studio. Yeah, you have to put it in the same directory. How you do it is up to you. In my case, I have it in downloads. Copy it here and give it the right name. Rename it to basic prompting.json. Okay. Now open this file and you need to make one change. Control F or Command F if you are in Mac. Search for Google. And for some reason, and this is, I think it's a bug in Langflow, you should change this to false. Load from DV, set it to false. Yeah. If not, there's a lot of errors that happen. Yeah. But just don't make use it the database from Langflow. So when you have this, you don't need to save because remember you have autosave. Yeah, so leave it there, change it here. Nothing else to change here. Let's close this one. Now let's start in the app. So another thing that we need to do, let's go to the API here, Python code, copy everything that is here. Copy here, and this will be our code here. In app.py, set this code. Okay. And now you can close a Langflow. So you go to the terminal, Control C, and you kill Langflow. You don't need it anymore because we have the flow. Yeah. Okay, so let's now add the Chainlit part. So import Chainlit as CL. Okay, then we have the tweaks. We will see that we have to add something here. What we need to add in the tweaks is we need to set the API key and is equals to my API key. Let me copy it again. My Google API key. Yeah, again, we cannot use the one that we save in Langflow for some reason. So I will just add it here. Okay. Then we have to add, I will just copy from somewhere else because, okay, it's the, just be sure that to use the same. Let's see if I have in another, no, I don't, let me open folder. Oh, yeah, open the recent one. Yeah, so here is it. I will just copy this code because it's, yeah, let me go back to here. So this is the chainlit part that says that on message, it will create a function and just make it sure that it's inside the function. Result is equals to basic prompt. And here, instead of a generic message, we'll use the message that was sent, message.content. That is the message that is sent in the chat. Yeah. Let's add something 1, 2, 3, or 4, just for a session ID. Okay, and then we just will send this message. Result here is 0. Output 0. That result message text. All of this complicated thing is just to extract the result out of whatever the large language model sent to us. And this should be all. So how you test it? Be sure that it's safe. Again, if you have autosave, it's safe. And let's run it. Chainlit run app.py. Let's see. Hello. And let's wait for it to appear. I will give you in a moment the code so you can stop the video and copy it. Oh, no, there was an error. Oh, yeah, it's an error in this. It's not outputs. Let me just copy from somewhere that I have it. Yeah. Output. Oh, it's results, not result. Yeah, you see? That's the magic of, and we're missing something here. Result 0 products, and we have missing a cell. Yeah, see, memory is very fragile. So let's run this again. Yeah, if you want to copy the code, just stop the video and just copy. Remember that that same structure will be useful for any flow that you create in Langflow. You don't need to change it anymore. Yeah, let's wait. Yeah, you see, it's working. Yeah, it's connected to Langflow, and we're getting back. Again, this is a very simple code. The more elements that you have, sometimes we will have to do these things, or we need to change the basic prompting. That we will cover next class. For example, what happens when if you have, for example, the embeddings, you need to do the same. If you are, every time that you are calling a foreign service, you need to create the API here. Yeah, but this case. In case that you get in another error saying there is no database, or complaining that something about SQLite, just run this Langflow migration. Yeah, this will correct that error if you have it. If you don't have it, don't need to run it. When you run Langflow the first time, the database was created. Okay, so this is it. This is how you integrate any flow with Chainlit. We will start doing more complicated flows in the coming classes. But for next class, remember, we will focus on agents first, and then we will see how we connect those agents to Chainlit. Yeah, and we also how to actually deploy Chainlit on the web for anybody to use. Okay, everyone. Sorry for all the errors. There were like a lot of very silly things, and sometimes libraries just change from one day to the next. You need to adjust to it. Okay, thank you very much. Let me stop this.